Opportunity is missed by most people because it is dressed in overalls and looks like work. I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time. Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. Many of life's failures are people who did not realize how close they were to success when they gave up. The three great essentials to achieve anything are hard work, stick-to-itiveness, and common sense. The doctor of the future will give no medicine but will interest his patients in the care of the human frame, in diet, and in the cause and prevention of disease. What you are will show in what you do. Restlessness is discontent, and discontent is the first necessity of progress. Show me a thoroughly satisfied man, and I will show you a failure. Your worth consists in what you are and not in what you have. Everything comes to him who hustles while he waits. To have a great idea, have a lot of them. The successful person makes a habit of doing what the failing person doesn't like to do. I never did a day's work in my life. It was all fun. I find out what the world needs. Then, I go ahead and invent it. Hell, there are no rules here, we're trying to accomplish something. Just because something doesn't do what you planned it to do doesn't mean it's useless. The best thinking has been done in solitude. The worst has been done in turmoil. There's a way to do it better, find it. The value of an idea lies in the using of it. Waste is worse than loss. The time is coming when every person who lays claim to ability will keep the question of waste before him constantly. The scope of thrift is limitless. The chief function of the body is to carry the brain around. I never pick up an item without thinking of how I might improve it. I have got so much to do and life is so short. I am going to bed. Discontent is the first necessity of progress. We don't know a millionth of 1% about anything. I start where the last man left off. I have friends in overalls whose friendship I would not swap for the favor of the kings of the world. The world owes nothing to any man, but every man owes something to the world. Be courageous. I have seen many depressions in business. Always America has emerged from these stronger and more prosperous. Be brave as your fathers before you. Have faith. Go forward. Maturity is often more absurd than youth and very frequently is most unjust to youth. The thing I lose patience with the most is the clock. Its hands move too fast. Your ideas are valuable. There is far more opportunity than there is ability. The results of one experiment may solve a problem for the rest of the world. I am not discouraged because every wrong attempt discarded is another step forward. Nearly every man who develops an idea works it up to the point where it looks impossible, and then he gets discouraged. That's not the place to become discouraged. The first requisite for success is the ability to apply your physical and mental energies to one problem without growing weary. The successful man doesn't use others. Other people use the successful man, for above all the success is of service. I always invented, and invented matters of which I had no knowledge. Nonviolence leads to the highest ethics, which is the goal of all evolution. Until we stop harming all other living beings, we are still savages. The body is a community made up of its innumerable cells or inhabitants. If we all did the things we are capable of, we would astound ourselves. I never did anything worth doing by accident, nor did any of my inventions come indirectly through accident, except the phonograph. There's no substitute for hard work. Be active, be energetic, be enthusiastic and faithful, and you will accomplish your object. Nothing great was ever achieved without enthusiasm. The successful person makes a habit of doing what the failing person doesn't like to do. Time is really the only capital that any human being has, and the only thing he can't afford to lose. I have friends in overalls whose friendship I would not swap for the favor of the kings of the world. I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work.